Hello friends, welcome to channel Logic Computer Institute, and in this section we'll learn about round robin CPU scheduling algorithms. Round robin is a primitive scheduling algorithm. It is designed specially for the time sharing systems. In this algorithm, the CPU switches between the processes. When the time quantum expired, the CPU switch to another job. A small unit of time called a time quantum or time slice. A time quantum is generally from 10 to 100 milliseconds. The time quantum is generally depend on operating system. In this algorithm, the ready queue is a circular queue. The new process are added to the tail of the ready queue. The CPU scheduler picks the first process from the ready queue and sets a timer to interrupt after one time quantum and dispatches the process and then set the next time quantum to the next process in the ready queue. This is a executions of round robin algorithms. So we see the example of round robin. Here we see the example. There are three processes P1, P2, P3 and their execution time is P1 has 30 milliseconds, P2 has 6 milliseconds and P3 has 8 milliseconds. This is the execution time of process P1, P2 and P3 and the time quantum is 5 seconds. So first time quantum is set to the process P1. After completion of time quantums, then set to the process P2 to the CPU and execution start of the process P2. And when the time quantum of process P2 is expired, then time quantum is set to the P3 and after completion of quantum of process P3 then again is set to the process P1 because in the round robin algorithms there are circular key circular queue is used for execution of processes. So in the diagram here circular ready queue is used for executions of number of process. When P1 process give the time quantum and after time quantum is expired of process P1 then start the execution of process P2 and when the process P2 time quantum is expired then execution start of the process P3 and then again uh, then again this is continue until the all processes completes its executions. We see the next here in the chart there are all processes executes by using the round robin algorithms, then we get the result shown in the following chart. Arrival time of all process is 0 for all process. So first assign the CPU to the process P1 and time quantum is 5 millisecond. After completion of time quantum then start the time quantum of process P2 at the 5 millisecond and after the completion of time quantum of process P2 then CPU assigned to the process P3 and after completion of P3 then again CPU is assigned to the process P1 P1 and then P2 and then P3. Okay, and this is a circular queue is used for execution of processes in a round robin algorithms. So so first process is start from the 0 millisecond and its time quantum is 30. So remaining 25 milliseconds are completed here 5 millisecond then 5 millisecond when get the processor or CPU to the process P1 then process P1 is completes its executions P1 then P1 5 millisecond 10 millisecond then 15 20, 25 and 30 milliseconds. And same as process P2. P2 here 5 seconds, here 1. Total is 6. Then P3 is 5 millisecond and here 3, 8, 8 milliseconds. So we calculate the average turnaround time, waiting time and response time. Here calculate the average turnaround time. Turnaround time is equal to finish time minus arrival time. So arrival time is the same for all process because arrival time is 0 to all process, and this is a turnaround times, and we calculate the average turnaround times is 29.66 milliseconds is the average turnaround times. Then next is the average waiting times. Waiting time for P1. So firstly assigned at the 0 millisecond plus 15 minus 5, then plus 24 minus 20, and total waiting time is 14 milliseconds. So for process P2 and for process P3, so the average waiting time is 15 milliseconds. So average response time same response times, first response minus arrival times. So for process P1 the response time is 0. Process P2 response 8 after 5 milliseconds, so 5 minus 0, 5 milliseconds. And response time for P3 10 minus 0, that is 10 milliseconds for process P3, and total average response time is 5 milliseconds. Thank you, and subscribe our channel Logic Computer Institute for more videos.